Hey everyone, it's Cole from A+ Power Sports. Today I'm going to help you guys pick out if you need a Ranger or a General XP. Let's take a look at them. The biggest question everyone has to ask themselves when they walk into the dealership and they're ready to buy a new Polaris vehicle, are they looking for a utilitarian style that has a little bit of capabilities on the trail, or they're looking for a trail vehicle that has a little bit of utilitarian style? That's going to be the biggest difference between these two models, so let's dig into it a little bit more. We're going to try and compare apples to apples here. So this is a Ranger 1000 XP North Star Ultimate Edition. So this is the highest class package you can get in the Ranger series. And on this side over here, we have the General XP Ride Command Edition, which is the highest package you can get in a General. So looking at the front here, the biggest difference between a Ranger and what makes it so utilitarian for my farmers and just people that are going to be working around their yard a lot, we're looking at our shocks here. A little bit tighter coil spring on this. Your shock is not so laid into itself. It's more of an up and down shock, which allows you to have more weight be hauled on this. You still have a front sway bar, so if we do take this off trail, or on the trails I should say, you're still going to have that good ride quality and not get that body roll effect. Since the Ranger is a utilitarian style vehicle, Polaris does a nice job coming with the big HD brush guard on the front of the vehicle. We also have it already pre-assembled to have a plow mounted right up to it. So as long as we're using Polaris plows, you don't have to add extra plow mounts or frames to them where we're going to lose our ground clearance. It's built into the frame of the vehicle. Just locks right on the front. Super nice feature up there. On this angle, you're able to see how up and down the front shock is, like we were talking about before. Since the Ranger is designed to be fully enclosed, you have a different channel roll cage, just like the General. So that's a very nice feature. But if we're going to compare it to the Razors with a round roll bar, you get a much tighter seal on the Ranger series. Now, the biggest thing you'll notice when you get these two compared to each other, you can see how straight up this roll cage is. Now, that allows you to have really good sight lines and easily get in and out of the vehicle without having to duck down. You get out of it just like a pickup truck. When we talk about how much work a Ranger can do, everyone gravitates to the rear bed. You can see how big this rear dump box is on here. We also have a pickup truck style tailgate. You can drop that down, cup holders in the rear, tons of anchor points in the back, and lock and ride throughout the entire top section of the dump bed. One pull of the lever here, we're able to have it automatically dump on its own. We can add power assisted dumps if we need to, but Polaris does a really nice job with the articulation on this thing to make it feel light even if there is a heavy set of rocks in the back here. Now, maintenance side of it, having the dump box being able to lift, unlike a Razor, we can quickly access our spark plugs, air filters, oil changes, different things like that. Maintenance is very easy on the Polaris. At the rear down here, in the Ranger series, we have massive arms back here, a 2-inch receiver, so we're able to take it right out of our pickup trucks, pop it in there, and tow around what we need to around the farm. Our suspension now, like we talked about in the front, you can see how angled the rear suspension is, so it gives you that nice plush ride if we do trail ride the vehicle. But if we're going to all out work the Ranger, we're able to unbolt the top bolt here and put it onto the outside, which allows your shocks in the rear to be almost vertical straight up and down. When we look inside the cab of a Ranger North Star, especially the Ultimate Series, you can tell that it is definitely a luxury vehicle, but is designed around the working person. So the biggest thing you'll notice is going to be this 7-inch Ride Command display. We have GPS, radio, all that kind of fun stuff right at our fingertips here. Still an analog screen up on the top, along with a digital display to it. But when you look at the front here, the driver's seat opens up, tons of storage under here. Even the passenger seat will flip up, which allows you to have more storage under there. Battery can quickly be accessed underneath this panel. And we have tons of storage down on the bottom side over there for 5-gallon buckets, feed bags, different things like that. There's tons of room inside the Ranger. Every part of it is adapted to have as much storage as possible. Like I stated in the beginning of the video, you're able to see how easily you can quickly get inside of this Ranger. You don't have to worry about your head hitting anything here. Still have an adjustable steering wheel. We can find that perfect steering wheel length for our arms. A little bit more of almost like a pickup style seating position in this. You're very upright, can easily see out the side windows in the front. Still have an adjustable sliding seat on the driver's side. Passengers are stationary on these ones, and shifters right here, easy to access. On our Ranger series, we have a turf mode single wheel drive, a true posi locks the rear differential, and then a true 4x4 system. So Polarises allow you, once you lock in there, it is true four-wheel drive, and all four tires are going to be grabbing at the click of a button here. Now looking at the Ranger XPs like this, we have a 3-position mode switch on here. So we have work, standard, and performance. The work mode allows it to have as much torque as possible, so it reduces our horsepower a little bit. But if we're towing, going slow, pop it down into work mode, and you can definitely feel that the differences between them. In standard mode, if we're gonna go trail riding for the day, pop it in the standard mode and it does awesome. If you're out there racing with your buddies, just want to see how much power these vehicles have, you can feel all 82 horsepower out of the performance mode, and it definitely sets you back in the seat. When we look at the General XP, we can notice a lot of differences that are really geared towards the trail rider to make it very comfortable for the passengers inside here. The biggest thing you're going to notice is going to be our suspension on this. So front and rears both have adjustable clicker shocks, so you can really fine-tune your suspension to the riding style that you are. You'll notice a big 30-inch tire on these vehicles with tons of sidewall, so it really soaks up all of the bumps and small little stutter bumps. Still a dual A-arm front suspension up on our A-arms here. General XPs are going to come with a sporty front brush guard on here and a front winch just like the Ranger. Brush guard's a little bit smaller. We still have a removable access panel to our radiators in the front, just like the Ranger has. Storage, a little bit of storage up under the front hood here, but still same thing as the Ranger. We're able to plug in all of our electrical accessories with the Polaris Pulse system. The General still allows you to do work though, compared to a Razor. So when we're looking at the Generals, you still have a dump box in the rear, a fold down pickup style tailgate on it, and 4 different tie down points with tons of lock and ride accessories to be added to it. Now to pull the lever down here, similar to the Ranger, it lifts right up. So if we do have to haul different things in the bed, we can quickly get them out without having to move them by hand. So in the rear here, air box is right up on top, spark plugs, and just like the Ranger, Polaris does this great thing where they put the engines behind the cab of the vehicle, keeps the heat out of the cab, and noise is greatly reduced when you're not sitting on top of the engine like other brands. But talking about it from a trail rider's point of view, we have a massive dual A-arm set up in the rear here. Huge shocks made by Walker Evans. They're the Racing Series clickers. And we have a large rear sway bar on it, so we don't get that body roll like some of the other brands do. Keeping that utilitarian versatility of the General, Polaris incorporates a lot of the great features that the Ranger has for work right into the General XP. So still 2-inch receiver in the rear, pop it out of your pickup truck and drive around with whatever you need to haul. Dump box in the rear, but just the suspension on this is greatly improved over the Ranger. Not that the Ranger is a bad machine on the trail, it'll do it, but if you're looking for mostly trail riding with just a little bit of work, the General is definitely where we're going to be pointing you to. When we take a look at the General XP's cab, you can definitely tell they were thinking of rider comfort. So you get a little bit more of a aggressive style seat with the lipped edges to keep you in place while going around corners. Passengers have grab handles here and on their inner doors. Glove box in the center here, still tons of storage space. Adjustable steering wheel, just like the Ranger. And this one is our highest trim level we have in the General XP, so we're going to have the ride command in the center with navigation, radio, just like the Ranger Northstar Ultimate. Similar display screen up front, and we still have that 3 drive mode switch. So single wheel, posi, and 4-wheel drive, just like the Ranger, gets incorporated into the General series. All right, that's my comparison video on the Ranger Northstar versus the General XP. If you're looking for an all-out utilitarian style vehicle, you're gonna have tons of work to do around your place, the Ranger is definitely gonna be the machine for you. If you wanna have fun on the weekends, but you still need to work the machine, the General XP gives you the best of both worlds. If you guys like this video, hit that like and subscribe button. If you guys have any questions on what these machines are all about, leave a comment in the section below. If you want to see what we have in stock right now at A+ Power Sports, check out aplusride.com. And as always, thanks for watching.